7 Strategies to Boost Learning Motivation, powered by science. Most people who have ever attended school are familiar with what it's like to sit at a computer and gaze blankly at a screen, expecting their papers to be written for them. Or trying to read a textbook only to find that they've read the same paragraph 10 times and still don't know what they're reading. Or they decide they would rather tidy up the mess from under their bed than really start studying. Learning can essentially be a barrier. It's challenging to get started and even more challenging to finish when you have a ton of other things you want to do and so much work to do. Fortunately, there are several straightforward strategies that have been supported by science for maintaining motivation. What is motivation for learning? The Latin word for motivation simply translates as to move. However, the research community is currently interested in understanding what motivates people to study. According to researchers, your incentive to study can originate from within or from without. A desire to study as much as you can might serve as motivation. You could also be inspired to study by a promise of an outside reward, such as a good job, good grades, or a car. More than 70 research on what motivates children in school were examined by Chris Hullman of the University of Virginia and Rory Lazowski of James Madison University. In the Journal Review of Educational Research, they published their article titled, Motivation Interventions in Education, a Meta-Analytic Review. Lazowski and Hullman discovered that a variety of methods for boosting motivation consistently produced favorable outcomes. They'll go through 7 of the simplest strategies you can employ to overcome your individual learning obstacles and enhance your education. 1. Set specific goals. Your objective can be to graduate, land a great career, and amass wealth. While that is a commendable goal, it is unlikely that it will aid you in your regular academic work. Your objective should be somewhat more localized if you want to improve your motivation to study. In fact, pupils who set academic goals that were scientifically precise had greater grade point averages than those who set goals that were vague, like, I'll do the best I can. Set an objective to receive A on particular exams in specific courses. Or you can conclude that learning everything you can about a subject will benefit you in the real world. Set deadlines for your schoolwork to make you work ahead of time so you can check your work before turning it in. Make sure the objective is precise, timely, and relevant. 2. Strive for mastery rather than just performance. Nothing is more upsetting than working hard for an exam and receiving a lower than expected score. Many students raised their hands at that time and exclaimed, if this is what studying results in, why bother studying? Resist the impulse. Exam grades are an illustration of a performance goal. If your main learning objective is to achieve A, you might only study material that you believe will appear on tests rather than that which will help you understand concepts. Nearly invariably, grades rise for students who continuously work for mastery and genuinely retain what they study. Mastery objectives can also boost your learning drive. You are less likely to put off starting the procedure if you want to learn everything there is to know. 3. Assume ownership of your learning. It's alluring to attribute your worth to someone else. You are disliked by your teacher. Never is what you are testing taught. Your assigned homework is irrelevant. You are more likely to perform poorly on examinations, assignments, and projects when you place blame on others. When it comes to inspiring yourself to learn, taking ownership of your education can significantly impact your motivation. Being aware of your responsibility for what you are learning can help you get started, but it can also motivate you to continue studying even when you are faced with distractions. Take a pause the next time you feel inclined to abandon what you're doing in the middle of it to do something else. Breathe in deeply. Say aloud, no one will learn this for me. After that, You might be shocked by how those words make it difficult to concentrate. 4. Adopt a growth mindset. Some people continue to think that intelligence is innate or not. You can't really do anything about it either. However, studies have revealed that successful people frequently hold the view that intelligence is a trait that develops during a person's lifetime. These individuals possess a developing mindset.
People with a growth mindset frequently think, I don't know this yet, but if I work hard, I'll learn it, when their intelligence is tested by a challenging task or complex subject. Researchers discovered that having the belief that your brain may grow stronger when you take on challenging tasks enhances not just your understanding of what you are learning but also your grades and motivation to learn. Remember this phrase the next time you're presented with a blank screen or a challenging textbook chapter. I don't know this yet, but if I study hard, I'll learn it. 5. Locate relevance. Inform your math teacher that algebra has no application in the real world if you want to irritate them. Alternately, attempt to connect what you are learning to your everyday experiences. According to research, high school students' GPAs significantly increase when they are asked to explain how the material they are studying connects to the daily life. Try to list some potential applications for this knowledge before you begin learning. Your ability to identify the value in your work and to begin projects or topics will both improve as a result of making these connections. It can be difficult to understand the relationship between what you study and how it pertains to your life at times. To help you see how what you are studying has application in the real world, try searching the web for your topic application. 6. Imagine yourself in the future. Think about how your life will be in 10 years. Are you prosperous? Do you love your job and have a successful career? Do you reside in the top city on earth? Now consider your travel strategy. Some people instantly associate their current academic work with being accepted into a reputable university or training program that will lead to the future they desire. Others found it challenging to draw that connection. It has been demonstrated that the capacity to envision oneself in the future boosts motivation to learn. Additionally, it has been linked to better academic performance, fewer absences from school, and fewer disciplinary issues. Close your eyes the next time you are faced with a particularly difficult chore and visualize how your life might be. Then, understand that in order to live the life you desire, you must complete the task at hand. 7. Reiterate your personal values. What are your top values? What are the 2 or 3 most crucial traits you should work on acquiring? Do you make an effort to act honestly in all situations? Do you value compassion? Is achieving achievement your top priority in life? You can concentrate your efforts in other areas of your life by taking a few minutes every now and then to write about or think on your principles. Your ability to provide for your family will inspire you to work hard and perform well in school if you place a high value on your family. If you value honesty, you won't ever feel like using a study trick instead of putting in the effort to learn. Finding motivation to study is ultimately more about changing your perspective on learning than it is about searching for hidden riches. You can keep going and stay focused by even implementing a few of these 7 suggestions.